What's up, guys? So today I'm gonna be showing you a few tips and tricks on the Palomar knot, how to make it stronger, how to make sure you're tying it correctly and getting the cinch correctly. There's a few tips and tricks that make it tying it a little bit easier. It's a very strong knot if you tie it correctly. I've seen a lot of people not tie it correctly. So let's go ahead and get into it. First, I'm just gonna show you how to tie it. If you're not familiar on how to tie the knot, it's fairly straightforward. So, just got a regular shaky head hook here with our eyelet. We're gonna go through it. Gonna pull a little slack out. And then we're gonna go back through it, right back through. I like to make sure we have plenty of slack on this side over here. Pull the main line through a little bit. So you're gonna end up having a loop and your tag end and main line. So you got the line running through there twice. Now all you're gonna do is you're gonna take this loop and you're gonna tie it an overhand knot over top of the main line and the tag end. I'm just gonna flip it over here to the other side because it's gonna make it a little easier for me to tie right-handed. All right, take it and just tie a regular overhand knot. Makes it easier if you can kind of bite it. I always bite my knots. I don't know why I do it. But you're going to end up like that. Now, we have this piece. I have my tag end and main line on this hand. And I have my little loop I've still created on this hand. We're going to cinch it down just a little bit. And then we're going to take this big loop and we're going to go put the hook through the hole, essentially. You take it. I like to just take my hand through the loop, reach through, and pull the hook through it. Now that we have the hook, I'm making a mess of this thing over here. Through this end, you just start to cinch it down. Grab a hold of the main line, start to cinch it down. Like that. Use that main line to cinch it down. I always use the main line to cinch it down, and then I'll come through afterwards, grab that tag end, pull it, and you end up with a nice knot. I don't know if I can get it to focus there or not, but there's a knot right there. So when it comes into a couple small things you can do to make it easier, more efficient, and make it sure you're tying it correctly, we're going to cut that knot off and we're going to show you a different way to do it. All right, so the first way is instead of taking your main line and going through it once, then coming back through, what you can do is just take your line, make a little loop in it. I like to pinch the loop just a little bit, makes it easier to go through the hole of the hook, and just put it in through that way. I actually don't typically do this. I have a lot of buddies that do it this way. Seems to work good for them. I'm not big on doing this. For me, it just seems easier to just go through it twice. But for a lot of guys, it's easier for them to just wrap it over and do it twice. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that through there real quick. All right, so now we're back to this spot again where we have our loop, our right-hand side, loop on this side, main line tag in on the side. So we're gonna go ahead and tie our overhand knot, nothing different. Here, it's gonna be when we get to the last portion is where it really matters on how to get it correct. Because if you mess up the last portion, you're really messing it up. Again, cinch it down a little bit. So now the biggest thing is when you're pulling it through, when you go have this big loop here and you're getting ready to pull the hook through it. So I'm going to grab it here. Let me get close to the camera so we can see. We have our loop. We're going to pull the hook through it. Biggest thing when you're cinching it is to make sure this end of it where we just pulled it through does not get caught on the bottom of the line. You want that way up high here. So when you're cinching it down, I will normally pinch it and make sure it stays up top, because a lot of times it will get caught down underneath the other lines because you've got so much going on in that hook area that you don't want that to happen. You want to keep that loop way up high here. And sometimes pull the tag end with your teeth, grab a hold of it. And do it just like that. I don't know if we'll be able to focus in on that knot or not, but that knot or not. The knot or not. Yeah. Let me see if I can cut off this tag end and zoom in on see how it's supposed to look. So once we have it nice and cinched down, what you'll be able to see on the knot is you'll be able to see where you have two lines coming through and you'll have the line over the top cinching down on it, which I'm not sure I'm going to be able to capture here. Yeah, unfortunately it's not going to focus on me. But that is the biggest tip, is when you're tying the knot and you have that loop, you pull the hook through it, is to make sure that loop stays way up top. Because if that loop gets tangled down in all the other, knots and mess you have down at the bottom towards the eyelet of the hook, it's going to be a bad day. It's not going to cinch down right. You want that loop to come through and pull the loop way up top and then cinch it down using the main line. You might want to keep that tag end just kind of taut. Just keep slack out of it, but you're going to want to cinch it down using the main line there. And that's what's going to give you the best knot with Palomar. I've seen a lot of guys tie it wrong, and if you tie it wrong, just like any other knot, it's not going to hold up well. So that is the what I want to talk to you guys about today, because it's very important to get a good knot. I personally don't use the Palomar knot a lot. I prefer to use the improved clinch. It's a lot easier not to tie. It's quicker. Debatably, maybe not as strong, but that's all up for debate. But the Palomar knot is a very good knot. I do use it sometimes, so it's very important to know how to tie it. If you guys like this video, make sure you give me a like, subscribe. Let me know what I can do better. I'm still trying to learn, get these videos a little bit better for you guys. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see, definitely give me a comment. Let me know. I have it right here, so I'm going to show you guys, anybody that's still tuned in. This thing right here, super sweet. Picked it up off Amazon. It's a Plano line spool kit, so I guess what it's called. I keep all kinds of, I have different ones. I got some for braid, I got some for fluorocarbon, some for mono. You can keep different, keep it in line for how, what line test you got. Comes right out the front here. You keep the line out, makes it easy to tie. These are awesome. But I just want to throw that in real quick because I just had it sitting next to me. I think it's super cool. But like I said, make sure you guys subscribe, give me a like. If you have any other suggestions on what I can improve on, just definitely let me know. Thanks, guys.